Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. So we kind of got a little gas tank mocked up for the moment because I don't know what I'm going to do for put the regular four-wheeler gas tank. I know I got to clean it out. So I painted it with high temperature. I was going to show y'all. So I used some old pipe from satellite dish, and then I welded it across the front, welded it down the side, and on the inside, everywhere I could attach it to the frame, I did it. Same thing, looks exactly like this in the back. But the engine motor mount helped me keep it up right here. So I bolted the engine to the plate and then just shimmed it until I liked what I seen, and then I tack welded it, loosened the bolts off the engine mounting, pulled it off, and then put it welded everything solid and put it all back together. Couple things that might help y'all. So you come right here, you loosen these two bolts up right here, then you come down here to this adjuster on each side and adjust it to where it goes forwards. You'll you take these loose here, and then you unbolt these and take them off so you can pivot the rear end all the way to its front. So what I done is I pulled the motor all the way straight, as forward as I could, then I used a ratchet strap to hold it there, and then I tightened the motor mounts. Looking at the chain, as y'all can see, it's pretty well straight right up into it. So I pulled the engine straight and used the ratchet strap to hold it there, tightened all my bolts down, and then I adjusted the rear end to pull the chain tight. And as you see, we got plenty of give and we got plenty of adjustment. We still can take the engine even farther forward. This is the original chain, so I could use it. His brake setup, so as you know, I cut this bracket off right here, but that piece seems like it's pretty stout for the most part, so I'm gonna leave it like that for the moment, and then if I need to, I can straighten this cut off right here, straighten that off and weld it back down here. No big deal. Then I went down to my Napa and I picked up some fuel line so it'd reach the tank all the way. I ended up using a bicycle brake cable and part of the bicycle brake cable sleeve for the throttle cable, as y'all can see. So get up here so you can see it. Everything moves as it should. Everything's nice and free. Picked up Rust-Oleum paint. We painted the frame and stuff on it. After all the welding and grinding and stuff, there's some spots I missed. No big deal. It's a family project, you know. For right now, we're not going to put the body back on it. I put my air filter on there, vent, and then I put this vent up here as well. I did have a lot of this videoed like while I was painting the frame, but somebody accidentally deleted it when he was done recording. But it's okay, it's no big deal. But anyway, so that's how I mocked all that up. And as y'all see right here, it says back brake, stock back brake. You can see them. Let me get this phone steady. You can see them, they move still. So got all that done. I'm gonna keep this I'm gonna keep this wiring harness for the moment because it's got the kill switch made into it. I do not have no front brakes because it got broke off right here from him just playing around with it when it didn't run. He broke that off, but I can get this whole assembly off of Amazon for 15 bucks. So that's what we'll do about that. And let's see, what else? Well, pretty much that's it. I cleaned off these some as best I could get a grinder in there on them. Cleaned them off, got the rear end squared. Brakes are working on the back. Torque converter is locking up and going the way it needs to. So these do not come pre-cut with chains, so I used my Milwaukee oscillator, and I had to cut out the bottom some so it fit around the motor mount, and then I cut out slots for the chain, so it will go something like this. Now it fits all the way back to where it's supposed to be. All of our holes line up, So exhaust is bolted down solid. Where's the muffler? The muffler is going to be in here like this under the frame. I'm going to get some heat tape and wrap this, but he really wants to ride it, so I'm trying to get it together today on my day off so I can get him going on it. But yeah, so that's what we got so far. Let me bolt this torque converter on, get some gas thrown in it, and I'll let you hear it. So you do have an extra cog. We're running a 420 chain, I think's what it was on here. They send an extra cog with the torque converter in case you got to change it. It had the 420 cog on it, so I'm gonna run it. Let's see. These are the bolts that holds the torque converter cover on, and we're all tightened up in the torque converter, so I'm gonna put that on now. Okay. Don't know if anyone else has ever had this problem before, but this shield right here was bent out and pushing it out, so I couldn't get the torque converter's bolts in. It took me like 5 minutes to just do that one part. And the way my motor mount comes out on the bottom on this side, I couldn't put the bracket in there, but I mean, it's flowing by just fine. And I mean, it's just a piece of plastic. Don't really need 4 bolts in it anyway. So I just threw the other one in the box, and there's the torque converter all done up. It's good on oil, everything's greased up good. What do you say we give this thing a fire and let y'all hear it? Alright, so let's give this thing a fire and let y'all hear it there. So turn that on, turn the choke. I think choke's back's on, so we'll kick it forward. It ain't that cold today, a little bit. Open exhaust. That thing is freaking sweet. But I don't want to run it too long with that exhaust off. So let me put the exhaust on it. Alright, so that's what it sounds like with the muffler on it. Let's throw some air in this tire. Hopefully it'll air up, and I'll bring you back. Okay, someone was too excited. So the seat does not fit where I straightened the frame out, but that ain't no big deal. You got a block of wood there for the moment just to try it out. As you see, it's already got mud on it because Lane can't stay out of the mud. But anyway, so it is doing very good. Chain's not getting hot or slipping or nothing. It's self-clearanced. The torque converter like cover, I guess is what you'd call that, self-clearance there, so it made its own room. I mean, it runs really good. I'm gonna let Lane get on it and ride it around a little bit, and I'll show you what it does. Okay, Lane's still not big enough to start it, so I'll pull it for him. Pretty neat little rig there. Climb feels good. We're gonna have to get some tires for it because them tires are already leaking down pretty fast. We gotta adjust the rear brakes where we changed it. It needs a little bit of work, but it'll be all right. Go. That's not good. But it moves on pretty good though. That's about half throttle. That runs pretty good. Pretty excited how that little four-wheeler turned out. So Lane, in a 10-year-old aspect, how do you like our new project being done?
Love it.
You like it a lot?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely got room for improvement, like taking the governor out and doing some other little modifications. But I mean, for the most part, for something this cheap and be this much fun, it does really good. You like everything about it? Other than it needs some bigger tires, don't it? All right, well, that's the end of the Predator 212, and all of our parts almost was supplied by OMB Warehouse. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Adam and Lane, and we will see y'all on the next one. Have a good night.